Welcome to the Great Detectives of Old Time Radio. From Boise, Idaho, this is your host, Adam Graham. If you have a comment, email it to me, box13@greatdetectives.net. Follow us on Twitter at Radio Detectives and become one of our friends on Facebook, facebook.com/Radio Detectives. All right, well, before we do get started, I want to first of all let you know that we've got an article up on Saturday at greatdetectives.net, in which I actually review a newer mystery novel. This one is called Back to Murder, and you can read my whole review at greatdetectives.net on Saturday. And today's episode is brought to you by the financial support of our listeners. Among them, I want to thank Ruby and Sharon. Thanks so much for your support. We'll send access to our premium site as we do with all donations of $7 or more. Now, it's time to get into today's episode of The Lineup. This one is called The Luger-lugging Laddie Case from July the 8th of 1952.
Ladies and gentlemen, we take you now behind the scenes of a police headquarters in a great American city, where under the cold, glaring lights will pass before us the innocent, the vagrant, the thief, the murderer. This is The Lineup.
Hello, Ben. How's it going?
Oh, slow today.
Oh, I wouldn't kick about that. Cigarette?
Yeah, thanks.
Where are you going on your vacation?
No place. I'm going to paint the house.
Some vacation.
House needs painting. Peeling pretty bad.
Hey, need any brushes?
Thanks, Quine. Neighbor's going to loan them to me.
May I have your attention, please?
You,
people out there
have
on the
anyone?
other side of the wire in the audience room.
No,
May I have your
just
attention?
thought I'd watch Cargo work.
Thank you.
How's for lunch?
My name
Okay.
is Cogger, Sergeant Pete Cogger. I'll explain the lineup to you. Each of the suspects you will see will be numbered. I'll call off a number, their name and charge. If you have any questions or identifications, please remember the number assigned to the prisoner as I call his name. The questions I ask these suspects are merely to get a natural tone of voice, so do not pay too much attention to their answers, as they often lie. All right, bring on the line. All the way to the end of the stage, boys. Keep it moving all the way. You in front there.
Me? You mean me?
Yes, you, over here, this end of the stage. Now get over here. All right, now turn and face the front. You again.
Me?
Yes, the front. Face the screen. Stop talking in the line. You, number one, shut up.
Okay.
All right, number one, Tony Laselli, alias Tom Leslie, 12 arrests, 3 convictions. Probation 6 months on the first sentence, 3 years on the second. Car theft and robbery. Step out, Laselli. I said step out.
To where?
You've been in lineups enough to do it blindfolded. Now step out.
This suit you?
Where do you live?
In a dump. My old man.
What's the address, Tony?
I don't know, someplace in the Bronx.
What's the address, Tony?
I ain't been there in 6 or 7 years. How you think I'm going to remember all that?
What's your age, Tony?
23. I'm tired of getting pushed around by you guys.
Not asking your opinion, I just want facts.
Well, that's a fact.
Where do you live here?
Here. Been in this stinking town 2 hours. Cops picked me up too fast to even rent a park bench.
You wanted in St. Louis, Denver, Phoenix, and Los Angeles.
Yeah, I get around, huh?
The charges went from suspicion of armed robbery to assault with a deadly weapon, a knife.
Oh, nuts. I only nickel.
What brought you to this town?
Guy had a job for me?
What kind of job?
Oh. What you call it, bill collector.
Explain it.
Well, this guy wins 3 G's in the game and don't collect, so he wants I should collect for him.
Who hired you?
We got him already. He's down the line there.
Number 6, Ronnie Dowling?
Yeah, that's him.
I hope you have a pleasant stay with us, Tony. Now, we'll see if we do better with you. Number 2, Thomas Vincent. Open charge. Step into the circle. Where do you live, Thomas?
Well, 6,000 Parkway Terrace.
Is that a house?
Oh, it's an apartment hotel. I'm in apartment C.
What do you do for a living?
That's on the 3rd floor, apartment C.
Thank you, Thomas. Now, what do you do for a living?
Nothing?
You live in a pretty expensive neighborhood.
Oh, boy, you're telling me.
What do you do for a living?
You asked me that once.
I didn't like your answer. Well,
what?
what do you do for a living?
I told you nothing.
What do you do for a living, Thomas?
I keep books.
What you mean is you make books.
Yeah. I'm a bookie.
Where were you arrested, Thomas?
In a bar.
What bar? Where?
I don't know the name.
Yeah?
We're wanted in
Refresh
robbery
your memory,
detail.
Thomas.
Okay.
Nick's Grill. That's South Henry.
Yeah.
Have any weapons?
Weapon.
Cargill sure had it today.
So did a couple of other guys.
Oh, who?
2 bank tellers. Dead.
Where?
3 guys took the National Trust Bank. Submachine guns. Tore up the place.
All right, everybody keep moving. Jackson, keep it clear. Move it along. Hi, Ben.
Hello, Asher.
That's pretty nasty in there.
I expect. You're pretty well organized out here?
Yeah, I'll have some more men here in a minute. They're roping off the side entrance now.
Okay, rope it off here, too.
Mally's setting it.
The area covered?
It's tight.
Okay, let's go in.
Right. Mally, set that rope all the way. Hey, you folks here, keep moving right along, please. Come on now, move along.
What kind of a car did they use?
Well, I don't know yet. We're checking witnesses. Move along, everybody. Keep moving. There's nothing to see.
They come out here?
Side entrance. All right, now move along.
Hello, Ben.
Hi, Doc. Asher says it's rough.
Yeah, brutal. Haven't seen men chopped up like that since the service.
How many?
2 men, tellers. They must have caught, 30 slugs. The bank guard got hit pretty hard, too. We tried to stop him.
Over there?
Yeah. Shoulder and arm torn up. Tellers are down here. They really had it.
No. I'll cover them up.
Lab men aren't through with their pictures.
Oh, all right.
I've given sedatives to the girl over there. Hysterical.
I can understand that. Is the manager of the bank here?
Oh, that's him over there, Ben. Name's Thomas Franklin.
Oh, all right. Get the employees into his office. Keep the others over there.
Right.
And Asher,
Yeah, Ben.
have the officials take account on what money's left.
Oh, they're working on it now.
Doc, can I talk to the guard?
We'll try. Dr. Walters is working on him.
Mm-hmm.
You'd better make it fast, Ben.
Right. Can you hear me?
Missed him. Clear shot. Missed.
You get a good look at them?
Hit the alarm. Get police here.
The police are here. Are you sure you missed?
He's hit hard, Ben.
Yeah, you sure tried.
Couple more ambulances in front, Doc.
Okay, let's get this man on the way. Keep that plasma going.
Think you'll make it, Doc?
He'll lose that arm anyway.
The teller's over there?
Yeah. What's left of them?
Doc, I want your lab reports as soon as possible. Slugs and cartridge cases. We'll try for a make on the guns.
All right, I'll get on the slugs, Ben.
They're really unloaded, huh?
100 rounds at least.
Oh. That's a tough way to get it.
You know a good way? Where's Mr. Franklin's office, Doc?
Oh, over there.
Klein, let's go. Mr. Franklin?
Yes?
I'm Lieutenant Guthrie. This is Sergeant Quine.
Yes?
I'd like to ask some questions, if you don't mind.
Yes. Of course. Sit down.
Thank you.
Terrible thing. Terrible.
Tell me, where were you when this happened?
Here. That is, I was standing at the door here.
Door to your office?
Yes, I was talking to Miss Haynes. She's my secretary.
Did you see them come in?
I saw them. There were 3 men.
Boy, can you describe them?
Well, no, I thought they were orchestra men.
Orchestra? Well, how do you mean?
They were all dressed alike. Suits, hats, ties, all matched.
Uh-huh. What about the features?
Well, I don't know. They all looked alike, too.
You mean their faces?
Yes, they're all the same. thought I was dreaming.
Were you close enough to notice if they wore
It
masks
was like
or
a
makeup?
dream, a horrible nightmare. What?
The lieutenant asked if they wore masks or makeup.
Well, I don't know. Everything happened so fast. And then Lee and Joe, when they seemed to just tear apart. I've never seen anything like that. I guess I fainted, I guess.
Well, it's a natural reaction, Mr. Franklin. You needn't feel ashamed.
Well, I do, though. I can't help it. And folks, Lee's wife is expecting a baby. I'll have to call her and tell her.
Get Dr. Corsenquine, sure. Now, look, the police are taking care of telling the family, Mr. Franklin.
Those gunmen killing like that.
The police are taking care of that,
One
too,
yell,
Mr.
it's a
Franklin.
stick-up. I looked at him and then he
me back?
turned.
See what you
gun
can do, Doc.
roared.
Oh.
Please call Lee's wife.
Let's get him on the divan.
Yeah, right.
I'll give him a high call.
Right.
Take off the coat,
Joe
please.
Is Mr. Franklin all right?
Yeah, nasty shock for a man his age. Doctor's taking care of him.
I'm Miss Haynes, the secretary. May I help?
Lieutenant Guthrie, Miss Haynes. I'd like to ask some questions, if you don't mind. Did you see the men?
Oh, yes.
How close were they?
Mr. Franklin and I were talking there at the door. I guess I was 20 feet from you.
Can you describe the men, the clothes, features, voices, anything like that?
Yes. Tell the truth, I was so scared I couldn't think.
Well, how were they dressed?
They all wore dark brown suits and brown felt hats. They all matched. The same styling and material and everything. I didn't pay much attention at first, that is.
Oh, well, why not? Isn't it unusual to see three men all dressed alike?
No, not around here. We have some theatrical agencies in the building and all kinds of odd characters come and go. I guess I just thought they were a combo.
A combo?
Yes, you know, a small musical group.
Oh, yes. Well, what about their features?
Well, I remember I started to turn back to my desk when I realized they all looked alike. I mean, their faces were all the same. And I saw Mr. Franklin staring so funny. And then I heard the guns.
Their faces were all alike?
Yes, like masks.
Uh-huh.
Excuse me, Ben. We've got to leave.
Just a second, please. What kind of mask, Miss Haynes?
Well, I'm not really sure that's what they were.
Well, were the faces like Halloween masks?
Well, yes, only they weren't so grotesque.
Well, they sell that kind too, Miss Haynes. Excuse me a moment, please.
Yes, surely.
What do you have, Coin?
Asher found a dead man down the Broadway cable tunnel.
Gunman?
Yeah.
The guard thought he'd missed.
He didn't. Hit him pretty hard.
Finally stopped him, huh?
His buddies knocked him off. 2 in the head.
Let's have a look.
Out this way. Big telephone company work canvas stretched around a cable intake at the side entrance.
Uh-huh. And what did the phone men say?
No foam in there. A bunch of equipment laying around.
Down this way, Ben.
Yeah, he started to bleed here.
Uh-huh.
Out of the bank. On his work canvas. Down that manhole.
Sure no fuss with a getaway car. More blood here.
Mally, call in. Get the phone people down here on the double. Let's go.
Don't slip on that ladder.
All right.
Hey, what you're standing
Give me a hand here.
Hand me that flashlight.
Yeah.
This puts us on the Broadway. Runs north and south.
Turn your flash on.
Right. Down this way.
A bigger tunnel than I thought.
Yeah, it carries all communications and power.
Watch these pipes.
Yeah.
I told you to watch the pipe.
I know it. I know it.
How far have we come?
About 50 yards. He's up here.
Oh. I'll hold the lights steady. Oh, yeah.
God caught him inside.
His partner sure messed him up.
Can't tell much what he looked like. We'll get to make off the prints. They had it figured pretty good.
Cigarette?
Thanks.
Ben?
Yeah.
I could use an aspirin.
Get in the Ground Observers Corps. Scan our skies in short volunteer periods and fill up the holes in our radar defenses. Intercontinental war is possible. A fully manned Ground Observer Corps is the best answer for now. To enroll, phone or write your local Civil Defense Center or write Ground Observer Corps, Air Force, Washington, D.C. That's your local Civil Defense Center or Ground Observer Corps, Air Force, Washington, D.C.
Pictures on this guy, then get him out of here.
Right, Ben.
Down here, Ben.
Coming.
We'll change clothes here.
Beginning to figure.
Yeah. 2 suits, 2 masks.
More of these over something else.
Yeah, there are exits down there.
Hey, you see daylight.
Yeah, tunnel takes the right angle.
Look out for these beams.
Now you tell me.
You hurt?
I tore my pants.
Oh.
Hey, what are you guys doing down there?
Hi, Pete.
Here, grab my hand.
Right. There. Still sore, Pete?
Sore? Oh, you mean the lineup. Those guys had me going.
They sure did. Phone equipment here, too, huh? Where are we?
Alley parallel to Main and off Second.
Second? That's 2 blocks from the bank.
Yeah.
Pete, see if the telephone people have gotten to the bank yet. If they have, get them down here.
Right. Oh, say, Quine, you tore your pants.
I know it. I got a headache, too. Hello, here, Mr. Davis. Ben?
Yeah?
That's Mr. Davis, division foreman of the phone company, Lieutenant Guthrie.
Hello, Mr. Davis.
I got your call, Lieutenant. Came right over.
Thank you. Were you at the bank?
Stopped there first. Certainly a tragedy.
Yeah. Now, tell me, is that equipment down there yours?
Oh, sure. Belongs to Truck 37. It's a sign of Jimmy Willard's crew.
How long's Willard been with the company?
12 years. Good man. I hardly think he's mixed up in this.
Well, somebody with cable experience is in on it. Has to be.
Yes, you're right. I've ordered all drivers to report in.
Good.
Oh, excuse me, Mr. Davis. The lineman over there is holding a call from your office.
Oh, thank you. Excuse me, Lieutenant.
Sure. Cargo, will you follow through on that guy? Tell him to rush the identification.
Sure, Ben.
Put out an APB on this truck. Here's the card.
Right.
Yeah, I guess that's all we can do here, Ben.
Yeah.
Lieutenant Guthrie.
Yes, Mr. Davis.
It's the office. They found the truck driver, Jimmy Willard. He's in the hospital. Been slugged.
Get over there, Quine. Now, what time is it, Quine?
5 after 2.
Oh, wonder I'm hungry. Went right through lunch.
Well, Pete's bringing some sandwiches.
Good. What'd you get at the hospital?
Well, Willard's still foggy. Took a pretty bad beating. Thinks it's a guy named Fritzy Morris.
Morris? Telephone man?
Was. Got fired. Troublemaker. Crockett's checking the file.
Good. Well, we found that phone company truck.
Well, yeah, where?
It's at the bottom of Lost Lake.
Lost Lake in State Park?
Mm-hmm. 2 kids phoned in about 20 minutes ago, said a guy drove it up to the cliff, got out, and let it roll into the lake.
That's a break. So who's on it?
Asher. He's got a crew up there now. Kids were pretty excited.
Oh, that?
It was kind of funny. Kids figured on getting a tanning.
Oh, playing hooky?
Yeah. Took them 2 hours to get up the nerve to call in.
2 hours? The hoods must have driven straight out to the lake.
Mm-hmm. Then the guy drove away in a black Chevy coupe.
License?
No, they didn't get that.
Well, where are the kids now?
Asher's buying them chocolate sodas. And what did you find out?
Here's the make. The gunman's got a record a mile long. Name's Miller, Frank Miller. Armed robbery. Got out 4 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, got onions on them.
Yeah, it smells good.
Yeah, here's yours. Ketchup and milk.
Lieutenant Guthrie.
Ben, this is Asher.
Hi. They get the truck out?
Yeah, there's a dead man in it. 2 slugs in the head.
Any leads?
Yeah. Guy's billfold has a rent receipt in it. Made out to Paul Morris, dated 2 weeks ago. Apartment 2B on West Palmer Drive. The address is 1327.
1327 West Palmer Drive, apartment 2B. You set a stake out?
They're on their way.
Good. We'll meet you there.
Got a match?
Here.
Thanks.
I shouldn't have eaten that onion.
Oh, I thought you liked onions.
I do. They don't like me.
Oh. There's Asher.
Yeah.
Block's closed tight, Ben.
Good. There's stakeout set here?
3 on each side, 6 in the back. We're covering the front.
You seen anyone in the apartment?
There's a Chevy in the garage registered to Morris.
Okay. We'll check the manager first. There it is. Let's see. This is Charles Carter, huh?
Just a minute. Yes?
Mrs. Carter?
Yes.
We're police officers, Mrs. Carter. We'd like to ask you some questions, if you don't mind.
Police? Why, my goodness, what's wrong?
We're looking for someone, Miss Carter.
Oh?
Has anyone moved into the building recently?
Only those 2 men in 2B. They moved in about 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm. Can you describe them?
Oh, yes. One's tall and dark, very handsome. Why, what have they done?
You have those mugshots, Pete?
Yeah.
All right. Is this the man?
Yes. That's Mr. Morris. Is he a crook?
Among other things, yes. Pete will get Asher. Sure. Mrs. Carter, you stay in your apartment there. Maybe trouble.
Oh, gracious.
And keep your door locked. All right, let's go. Second floor.
You'd think the place would have an elevator.
Yeah.
You gonna bowl tonight?
We drove by.
All right, this way. Now walk easy. Easy. All right, cover me. Open up, Morris. Police officers. Morris, the building's surrounded. We're giving you a chance. Come out with your hands up. Hit the lock, Asher. Stand back. Let him have it. You okay?
Yeah, got plaster all over me.
Boy, you really had an armory here.
Oh, come here, man.
Huh?
Oh, there's the money. He must have been counting it.
Yeah.
Ben.
Huh?
You been eating onions?
Yeah.
Want some gum?
Oh, thanks.
The lineup, where before you pass the innocent, the vagrant, the thief, the murderer. Listen again next week when we again bring you the lineup.
May I have your attention, please? You people out there on the other side of the wire in the audience room, may I have your attention, please? Thank you. My name is Cogger, Sergeant Pete Cogger. I'll explain the lineup to you. Each of the suspects you will see will be numbered. I'll call off the number, their name, and charge. If you have any questions or identifications, please remember.
The lineup, starring Bill Johnstone as Lieutenant Ben Guthrie, with Jack Moyles as Sergeant Pete Carger, was written by William J. Ratcliffe, with music by Eddie Dunstetter. Featured in tonight's cast were Hy Averback, Peter Leeds, Tony Barrett, Howard McNear, Sidney Miller, John McIntyre, and Jeanette Nolan. The lineup was produced and directed in Hollywood by Jaime Del Valle. Never doubt the impact of radio, and especially CBS Radio, or its legions of listeners across the land. The last time anyone counted, there were over 105 million radio sets in America, and people really use them. How else could a phenomenon like this take place? Next Tuesday night in California, Gene Herschel will receive an honorary M.D. degree, awarded to him in recognition of 15 years as country doctor on CBS Radio's Dr. Christian series. Radio, and especially CBS Radio, where America listens most, is proud to carry on its leading role in bringing America news, public service programs, and diversion day and night. Shirley speaking, and remember, America listens most to the CBS Radio Network.
Welcome back. Well, there were a couple of things that really stood out about this episode. I loved the way they did the crime scene and kind of the panic. In some cases on these shows, people are all too calm. Here they show there are a variety of actions, and in this particular case, just very alarmed to find themselves experiencing this, and I think quite believably. There was also, it seemed to be, more chit-chat than usual among the officers about matters other than the case. Of course, Dragnet's most famous for this with the Friday-Frank Smith partnership, but as we've talked about on the show, the back and forth between Ben Guthrie and Matt Greb actually predated that duo. And here it was at maximum level. It didn't get too much, I think, and it was probably just on the edge of being too much, but it was really just enough to establish that these people work together, like each other, and are friends, and have a lot going on other than just their work. So it definitely adds some depth of characterization. All right, well, that'll actually finish it up for the week. Thanks again so much for listening. We will be back on Monday with yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and then join us back here on Saturday for another episode of The Lineup. In the meantime, your tweets are welcomed at Radio Detectives. Be sure and rate the show on iTunes, and become one of our friends on Facebook, facebook.com/Radio Detectives. From Boise, Idaho, this is your host, Adam Graham, signing off.